Poor timing.
That was great timing, if you ask me. It was awesome. What's up? And you smash it. What's up, Chad? What's going on, everybody? I am JB, also known as King Mexico, and joining me is the Ito of rock and roll, the next big thing, the Texas gaming hedgehog himself, the man that runs the skinny, the man that also let out some gas in the beginning of the podcast because you can't. It's better out than in. Is that how Shrek said it?
What's up? Yeah, yes, it's better out than in.
Yeah, so it's Keyblade Sonic.
Heyo, hey everybody.
Heyo. I know. Do you have a skinny today or nothing really? Because I think one of the announcements for your skinny is going to be one of our main subjects today.
Probably, yeah.
So, do you have anything else besides
let's see,
the Smash?
Yeah, that was the thing I was going to bring up, but also, also because New York Comic Con is happening this weekend, so expect a lot of big announcements. Obviously, one of the big ones. We posted it earlier in our Facebook page. It was regarding obviously they're having a panel about it this weekend regarding the Dragon Ball Super movie, Dragon Ball Super Hero, right?
Superhero.
Dragon Ball Superhero.
Hello, Sadie. Hello, Uzi.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on because that's coming up, and then isn't this weekend opening weekend of Texas Renaissance Festival, correct?
That's right. Officially, it's kind of hard for me to move the mouse.
No, it's fine. Yeah, and Animal Crossing is getting a direct this month. So if anybody here who plays Animal Crossing, just let them know they're gonna release some updates regarding future content for New Horizons. Also, this weekend, Nintendo is releasing the Switch OLED, which is a bigger screen, a better kickstand, and also Metroid Dread coming out this weekend as well.
I thought, it comes out Friday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know, Keyblade Sonic is right. The very first day of the Texas Renaissance Festival is Saturday, October 9th in Todd Mission, Texas. You can actually go to the Texas Renaissance Festival website and get your tickets now if you are going to the festival. The campground is officially open on Thursday at noon, and they close back up on Monday at noon. And it is like that every week until Thanksgiving, and where they actually open the Wednesday instead of the Thursday. Also, like Sonic was saying about the Dragon Ball superhero movie, I know it's a bit of a mouthful. They could have picked a better name, honestly.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of Funko news for those of you interested. The Froppy translucent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that too. Like the shared exclusives, like for example, New York Comic Con, they always have those con exclusive Funkos. 2 of them will be from My Hero, which is All Might, and the transparent Froppy that was originally going to be a Hot Topic exclusive, but got canceled. It's now back in form of a con exclusive.
Hey, I want chicken.
Also, by the way, don't mind the background. I was middle of cleaning, so hope you guys don't mind. It'll get cleaned up, ironically.
I'm the same on my bed. It's like you could see this right here, but it's like all the shit's on top. My room's a mess right now as well. I'm in the middle of like getting rid of shit. Well, okay, so I'm really pissed off about the Froppy because it was coming out last year. They canceled it. Now it's coming out this year. I paid a scalper $30 to get my hands on one for 17, and I could not. If scalper dude, if you're watching this, I want my damn pop.
Yeah, and also because it's gonna be a Hot Topic exclusive. Unfortunately, I saw a report yesterday that said that Hot Topic won't be getting them in stores till December. So just keep that in mind. The only way you can get it this weekend is at the con.
Because one of the Hot Topic exclusives that was supposed to come out, it was a Diamond Goku. You know what I'm talking about? Like the Diamond Collection?
Diamond Select. Mm-hmm.
The Diamond Select. It was supposed to be a Goku. It was supposed to come out. We were supposed to get it in. Okay, so I pre-ordered it, I think in February or March, and we were supposed to get it in May. Now it's not. It was supposed to hit this month, so we'll see how that goes.
Really curious about that too, because I remember that I was like, whatever happened to that? We never heard anything back from it.
As a matter of fact, all the Dragon Ball Z pops that we were supposed to get haven't all come out. They were all supposed to come out as a wave. We haven't even gotten all of them.
No, not yet. Haven't seen any.
I barely got one of the Gokus and the Majin Buu. By the way, look what I found inside of my Eddie Guerrero book.
A Pokemon card.
Ancient Mew. Even the back is different. I can't really. I'm going to sell it. Who wants to buy it?
Anyone on stream discount.
That's right. All the money goes to paying the medical bill. Because I gotta go. I went to the hospital. They took care of me, but I have to go see a specialist so I can heal properly. People are telling me to go to these like hospitals or medical centers. I've already been to one. I have to go to an actual specialist now. I cannot not. I mean, I cannot. Whatever. You know what I mean? All right, bring me chicken. That's all that matters. Chicken heals everything. Chicken heals broken heart. You know what I need? I need some flex tape. That's what I need. Flex tape can fix anything. I want to thank everybody that's joining us today. Thank you for joining us on the very first Geeks 5 Ever podcast on its new day, Wednesday, every Wednesday from now on instead of Fridays, because, you know, with everything starting back up, with people working, with people getting back to their normal lives, to their regularly scheduled programs, it's not going to be easy. It wasn't going to be easy for us to do it on Fridays anymore. We were already not doing it on Fridays that often as it was. The only thing keeping the podcast alive was like literally the Monday show. So, what are you doing? Oh, okay. I was like, what are you?
Yeah, the Monday shows are a piece of cake.
Want some cake? Anyway, so all right. So what else? What else on the skinny? You mentioned Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's going on, and then next weekend here in Houston, there will be one called Collecticon that will be happening at Energy Park. In case anybody's interested, the ticket's actually not too bad. It's like $35 for like one day or something like that. And hey, while we're at, we might as well just talk about the big topic.
Sorry, I know Eric said that because he hates Mickey Mouse.
Oh yeah, so what happened was he got a letter from Mickey Mouse says we own you, and then the next page it said I handle it from Mario with bloodstains.
Is it? So correct me if I'm wrong. Did everyone except Sora receive an invitation?
In what sense?
Like, I was watching all. I didn't watch all of them, but the videos that I did watch, everyone got a Smash Brothers invitation.
Mm-hmm.
Sora just kind of just abruptly showed up. He's like, I've had enough of your bullshit.
He probably was like, nah, no invite. Or maybe it was probably Disney who just like sent him an invite. He's like, all right. He probably forgot it. It's like, oh shit.
You know, oh no, we find out next week Disney has acquired Nintendo. That's how they were able to get away with it.
Yeah, they paid $400,000 just for that 2 seconds of the Mickey Mouse logo.
Yeah, for real. That Mickey Mouse, that shot was probably the most expensive shot they've ever done. I'm gonna laugh at Zarek though. I'm gonna laugh at Zarek because he was like so dead set. He was so sure that it was gonna be Doom Guy or Master Chief.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that too. But as soon as I like how they got the Mies thing out of the way, and like they showed Doom Guy as me.
They showed like, Doom Guy. I laughed so hard because Doom Guy, the me thing is so tiny.
Yeah.
Compared to like Samus. By the way, Metroid Dread looks amazing.
And it's good too because apparently if you download it digitally, it's like only 4 gigs. So it's not that big as people thought. Wow. People were making a big deal out of it. It's like, dude, so what? Less memory? More space?
It's a side scroller though. I didn't think it was gonna be that big. Like I gotta hand it to Nintendo. They make their portable consoles like the best. However, they don't make like top tier games. Their games are fun. They're cool. They're great, but they're not like The Witcher 3. are I can't even. Oh, like Horizon Zero Dawn or God of
Breath
War.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Well, Breath of the Wild is cartoonish. Like the graphics aren't as like.
Yeah, but if you know, a lot of people don't really give a fuck about graphics. Some of the best games ever could have like the shittiest graphics.
No, I'm not saying that the graphics are like a make or break situation. I'm just saying that the graphics aren't that like like complex, and that's why the console was able to do. Like the console essentially is like a glorified PS3.
Basically, yeah.
But I like the Switch. I like some of the games. It has more games coming out. To me, the Switch was always like a party console. Like, okay, it's not really a console that I play for like single player games. Like most of my single player games I play on the PlayStation, and then all of my multiplayer are party games I play on the Switch.
Hmm.
I even have Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Fighters on the Switch, which are two great fighting games.
Hmm.
But with Smash now that Smash has Sora, dude, I'm like I remember saying that I think Smash is gonna get Sora, but I also remember like Nintendo. I also said that Disney wasn't just gonna like, okay, hey man, we're not just gonna let you have Sora.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I'll admit, like, I thought Sora wasn't gonna happen because the whole legal BS between like Disney and Square Enix and all that stuff. And then I feel like I had this like theory is like, all right, I'm sure Disney must saw how big Smash has gotten. It was like, hey, we want a piece of that, and they're like fucking negotiated and shit. That's how I picture it being.
I looked it up. I actually researched it and looked it up. Disney does own Kingdom Hearts and Sora.
Yeah, like for people who don't, at the end of the presentation yesterday, when they show like the copyright trademarks and all that stuff, it says Disney. Like the last one says Disney on it.
Mm-hmm. Square Enix are just the publishers and the developers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a deal that they made. It's in the contract. Like Disney owns all the intellectual property of Kingdom Hearts except for the Final Fantasy characters that are obviously in there.
Yeah,
However, Disney can't take Kingdom Hearts to any other studio, publisher, or developer to be distributed.
yeah, it's kind of like why some Final Fantasy characters no showed in 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It is so odd. No wonder that game kind of felt kind of off per se.
I have both fighters passes. Somebody said, New Smasher
Uh-huh.
says I own all the fighters from the first pass, but I've not owned the second. I bought both season passes when I had a chance.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Me neither. I don't have the second season pass yet. But if you don't, until the 24th, Nintendo is actually doing a thing like if you purchase like either Smash or any of the DLC on the eShop, you actually get twice as many gold points for your My Nintendo until the 24th. So if you have an opportunity, go for it.
Oh, speaking of which, word around the water cooler is that the new Nintendo Pass will be $35 per year.
Oh, the tier. Oh yeah, for the N64 and Genesis, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hearing too. But I'm like, if people are kind of bitching about it, I'm like, I can understand where people are coming from. At the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's a wait and see, So I'm just gonna wait for a couple more games to be announced with N64, maybe, or like, hopefully they have more consoles, not just N64 and Genesis. I know Game Boy is like rumored to be coming out, but I hope they expand more to it. I feel like they should have like, imagine like if they do this thing with Sega, they should just have like Saturn and Dreamcast games.
Mm-hmm.
And
just to real quick, we're gonna continue with that. To answer Ken's question, yes. And what's up, Pachinko? No, but like, there's a rumor going around that they're gonna add Game Boy with this tier.
Right.
They're not at this point. Let's just put it out there. At this point, they're not bringing back the Virtual Console.
Basically, what we have, basically, the online thing is pretty much the Virtual Console.
Mm-hmm. The online service is going to be the Virtual Console from now on. Now, if a company decides to pull like a Fire Emblem and release the original games on the platform, they can, and people will buy it. But they're not going to do the Virtual Console anymore. But you know what, dude? I was just gonna say that I can see them doing a $60 per year pass with GameCube games.
Like that's what I was gonna mention too. Like not just GameCube. I was thinking maybe also like other consoles. Like you know how N64 and Genesis. I was thinking maybe GameCube and like Dreamcast and Saturn games, because that'd be big. Because a lot of Sega Saturn games, you know, a lot of people wanted to play those games, and you know, obviously how big Saturn has gotten collection wise, you know, people just can't afford it. They rather just play it digitally or anything like that. And with Game Boy, you know, not just Game Boy, hopefully Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I also would like to see. Yeah, it has to be more to the value. You know what I mean? So regarding Virtual Console, the Virtual Console we knew from the Wii and the 3DS era and all that, it's dead. But now it's just like a new take on it, Virtual Console. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
with online service.
It's as dead as my love life, guys. It's gone. Oof. It's, honestly, though, I prefer this because I don't know why people are bitching and complaining. We pay for the only thing that you don't pay for online services is PC gaming, PlayStation, Xbox. We've always paid, like PS4, PS3. We didn't, but Xbox has always had Xbox Live since Gold. 2001.
Xbox Live Gold and all
that. So I mean, like people have already been paying. I don't see the thing. Like you want them to put all these games. And here's the thing: it's gonna be a while before it's gonna be. We might not even get the GameCube console games on this generation. We might get them the next generation, like the Super Nintendo Switch, which is what they really should call the next console, the next generation console. They should call the next Nintendo Switch the Super Nintendo Switch because it's catchy. It works.
But you know, it's probably going to confuse kids. You know, like back in the 90s, like, hey, I wanted a Super Nintendo. It's like, what's the difference between that and this Nintendo you have?
We have or Super Nintendo at home. They show the original.
Exactly. Exactly. And also, kind of like with the 3DS and the new 3DS and also the Wii and the Wii U, I don't know. Nintendo, just like Microsoft, you know what? Nintendo's hit or miss regarding naming their consoles. Xbox, they fucking confuse the fuck out of the name of the consoles. He's like, hey, I want an Xbox. He's like, which one? The Xbox One, the Xbox One X, the Xbox One S, the Xbox Series S, the Xbox Series X, and like no parent would be like,
this is how Xbox names their consoles. All right, ladies. All right, guys. We need names for the new Xbox console. Mail's
Xbox
here.
3.
All right. Let me see the mail. Welcome to Fastlane. That's it. Xbox X Fastlane. Mom, can I have the X? What the fuck is that? Xbox. The all inclusive, intrusive, spying on you while you do the no console with the Xbox Connect that nobody likes. That they got rid of.
Yeah, they pretty much just killed it.
Yeah, because it sucked. They were trying to push it on the 360. They forced it with the Xbox One.
Yeah, they kind of botched it in a way. But you know what? Not as bad as a botch as PlayStation Move, though. But the only reason nowadays, kind of people only use it for the PSVR.
I was about to say they redeemed themselves, considering the fact that the controllers can be used with the VR. Right. And the VR is fun. The VR is pretty fun.
Yeah. I don't know. There hasn't been that many games on the VR. I just noticed that.
That's because the new console doesn't really. The games that they do have on the VR, though, they're pretty fun. Like Resident Evil 7 is VR. Resident Evil 8 should have been VR.
I know they're making a Resident Evil 4 VR. I heard it's really good.
No, Doom Guy's not canon. He's just cosplay. All the Mii fighters are just cosplayers fighting, getting their asses whooped by Kirby. Speaking of which, when Kirby swallows Sora, he gets no Keyblade.
Yeah, but he gets like a projected version of a Keyblade, and also he has Sora's hair.
Yeah, but it's like, all right, Disney's like, no, you only paid for one Keyblade.
Multiple Keyblades, that's extra.
That's extra. That's going to cost you twice as much. Twice as much. Kirby, you're gonna have a Spirit Keyblade. But
I'm
I'm
sick of PC gaming. Not really. I mean, the Xbox is doing pretty well. I mean, Game Pass. I feel like Microsoft kind of redeemed themselves in the later years of the Xbox One because of
the
Game
Game Pass
Pass.
is like so great. That's the only
Such a
reason why I
great
would ever
investment.
consider. It's the only reason why I would ever get an Xbox. But I don't need an Xbox because my laptop is strong enough to play Halo on high settings. The new
Yeah.
Halo Infinite.
Yeah, I kind of want to try Game Pass, but right now I'm just like this.
It's really good for PC. It is really good. I got Among Us, Outer Worlds, Metro, Crackdown, Gears of War, Fable, State of Decay, Doom Eternal, and Power Rangers, and a few other games
on Game Pass.
Oh, and Final Fantasy X.
Oh yeah, that game is on Game Pass.
It's really good. It's worth the investment. It's like $15 a month for the Ultimate one, but it has like a ton of PC games that you can. It's like the Netflix of video gaming.
Yeah.
And then Sony's trying to do something similar now.
Yeah, I remember PlayStation Now. Like I tried PlayStation Now. It's all right.
Unfortunately, a lot of the games are streamed.
Yeah, I think all of them are streamed.
Not all of them, but the PS3 ones are mostly streamed.
Okay. Yeah, PS3 is streamed. They gave me like a 7-day trial, and I played like a couple of PS3 games. It was like Sonic CD, Sonic Generations, and Ratchet and Clank Future of Crack in Time. Because at the time, those are like the only 3 games that I had my eye on. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I still have my PS3, so I'll just play them on my PS3.
There you go.
But what is everybody's thoughts on Sora joining Super Smash Brothers? Honestly, I think I like it. I think it's amazing. I'm happy with their decision. Honestly, though, the people that are bitching, I don't know why you're bitching. A lot of people will play with the new character for a week, and then they'll go back to the characters that came with the game.
Yeah, that's how they usually are. Especially the people when Byleth came out, and they were doing all the hose mad memes and all that. And they talk about, oh, these people should be so great when they make like these long ass rants on Facebook, and then the fucking week later they wouldn't play the character. And I'm like, man, y'all so fake as fuck.
I know, for real. Honestly, I was mad about Byleth because I thought that was a waste. I'm like, oh my god, because I can understand some people's frustrations. Smash is littered with JRPG characters.
No, it's not just that. Also, because a lot of people felt that Byleth, kind of like Corrin, was like, people thought that was just like, oh, it's just a character just to promote an upcoming game, or promote a game that's like deal right now, and all that stuff. With Corrin came out months later, Fire Emblem Fates came out in the US, and then when Byleth came out, it's like it felt like that. And then a lot of people kind of saw this, and I could see where people are getting frustrated about it. Apparently, if you compare all 12, how many characters were there? Like 11, right? 11 characters. It was like 7 out of 11 character of the DLC fighters in Smash. All of them have a sword or like a weapon, like a wielding weapon. But at least Sora's is kind of different because he also uses like it's kind of like Hero in a way. Like both of them, they have different uses of it. And for being a fan of Persona 5.
Just to put it like, Sora's gonna Batman the shit out of everybody. Everybody has swords that can kill people. Sora has a big old blunt key that will that will leave you near death, just like Batman. But they're not dead. Yeah, but look at all the blunt trauma you gave. You crippled them, Sora. Damn. I don't think we're ever going to get like I don't think we're ever going to get a more ambitious crossover fighting game like Smash.
Yeah, I doubt. Also, I doubt if they ever decide to make another one, I doubt we'll ever get all the characters again.
One can hope, because honestly, I think that the next one is just going to be like I don't know, man. I'm kind of hoping that we do get all the characters plus more. Like eventually Smash is to me like 100 characters.
Yeah, because we have like 89. Basically, in total, it came out 89 characters. Almost 90 characters. And it's just like so surreal we were able to get that many. I think it was like the most in a fighting game rostered since like Marvel's Capcom 2.
All right, so just starting a new segment called This Week in Gaming, or This Month in Gaming. Thus far, we have some new games coming out this week, and here are their official ratings from Game Informer. Metroid Dread got a 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Far Cry 6, 9 out of 10.
I heard Far Cry 6 on PC is like not that good optimization wise.
Yeah,
They
I
said they
heard
gotta fix that.
it's having issues. Yeah, but on console, it looks like it's doing amazing.
Mm.
Alan Wake remastered on the PlayStation, 8 out of 10.
I kind of forgot we're getting a remaster already. Wow. Also, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania just came out. They did a remaster of that. I actually played a bit of it. I'm actually having a good time with it. I'm actually going to do a review on that and Metroid Dread.
I just wanted to give it like a quick shot on the big games.
No worries.
Oh, and FIFA 7. There's a Hot Wheels game.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty good. It had like a lot of like Cruising USA vibes. Oh yeah, speaking of FIFA, once again they release on the Switch the Legacy Edition, and IGN
it's literally the same game.
Yeah, IGN gave it a 2 out of 10. They didn't even bother reviewing it. They only gave it like a quick like a minute. It's like, all right, this game's the same fucking shit. 2 out of 10. We're gonna keep doing this every year until they actually give effort.
0 out of 10 there the following year. Like why? Like we didn't even look at it.
Yeah, we didn't.
They sent us a free copy, and the man we just sent it. We traded in at GameStop.
And GameStop only gave you $1.
For real, the GameStop like we don't want this shit either.
Ultimate is probably the penultimate crossover fighting game. Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty much what Marvel's Capcom 2 kind of was in like in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think honestly, Marvel's Capcom 2 was just X-Men versus Street Fighter with
Marvel's Capcom
with Morgan and some Avengers added to it.
Yeah. Kind of worked out pretty well. You know, that's what I was thinking about. Y'all talk about Sora and Smash, right? Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while. My takes on it, like I've seen how he looks. He looks really good. I did like they put a lot of effort into the character, like from the poses. Like, hey, each like different color. Like, oh, we got this Kingdom Hearts 1 version, Kingdom Hearts 2, 3D, Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's just like. And each of them have like a different like look and all that stuff. But I feel like the people who say, oh, he's gonna be my main forever. I'm like, okay, we'll see that, because a lot of people say that, and then like a week, like you said, a week later, they'll just drop it and play somebody else. I've seen that happen. And also, well, speaking of fighting games, we're also talking about that Nickelodeon one that just came out too.
Yeah, so Nickelodeon's Super Smash Brothers clone just released yesterday.
Yeah, the same
day.
Basically, Nintendo said, "Let's kill that Nickelodeon game with a Disney character."
For real, like the only way. There was a rumor. Somebody was making a bullshit rumor, but had it been true, I think it would have been probably a big deal. Probably, and people are going to disagree with me. But somebody was making a bullshit like, oh, Garfield's gonna be in the game, or are they gonna get like an anime character like Goku in the game? Now, had they gotten like Goku in the game, that probably would have been like on the same level as Sora.
Hard to tell you this, but Garfield got data mined.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, so basically Garfield and Shredder are like the next characters or something like that.
DLC? Like, what is the full roster of the game?
It's like 20
because they did say, yeah, it's gonna, if it does good, the next game will be a lot better.
Yeah, it's kind of like what they did because they done like 2 racing games for the last few years. They did a Nickelodeon Grand Prix and only had like 12 characters, and then the second one they added like 30, 40 characters.
High school Nickelodeon.
Oh, the rosters. I heard a lot of good things about it though. So far, people say, "Oh, it's still fun." I mean, obviously there's some notable gripes, but other than that, they're enjoying it.
I mean, yeah, honestly, there's only like Danny Phantom and some of the Ninja Turtle characters that I would honestly rather like I would mess with. But other than that, all of them are just like, why is this character here?
I got a question. Why is Helga in the game but not Arnold?
What?
Yeah, see?
Because Arnold is a pacifist.
But still, I mean, that's what it's like saying. It's like putting Mario characters in Smash, but no Mario.
That's true. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Because Mario's a pacifist.
Mario is not a pet. Mario's got so much blood on his hands.
Exactly.
If you read the actual owner's manual of the original Super Mario Brothers, it says all the Mushroom Kingdom citizens were turned into bricks. So every time you smash a brick with his hands,
He basically
because you're basically killing them. So Mario's got a lot of death on his. He's left a lot of death saving the princess, who is conveniently always being kidnapped. Something's going on.
Yeah, vacuum.
No, I meant with Peach. With Peach, something's going on with Peach.
The only reason I buy the game is to play Sora and Joker, so he'd definitely be my only main. Okay, that's good. But keep this in mind, you have to buy the game and also the DLC. So basically, you have to pay like $120 in total.
That's how they get you with the new games nowadays. Like, oh, the games are only $60. It's fine. What game was it that they released? Oh, it was Mass Effect. You got the game, but you didn't get the real ending. You had to buy the DLC to get the actual ending.
Yeah, that's really stupid. I won't ever touch that Teen Titans fighting game from Adult Swim. What?
No, it says also screw Nick Jr. game. Screw the Nick Jr. game. He's talking about the Nickelodeon game. It won't ever touch that Teen Titans fighting game from Adult Swim. There was a Teen Titans fighting game on the PC.
Yeah, it was like on CartoonNetwork.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for what I remember.
TJ, do you want to be on the podcast to come on here and talk shit about the Nickelodeon game? Let me know. With that being said, though, Kingdom Hearts, like, it is, now that we got Sora, 3 years of finding out who's going to be in the game have finally come to an end.
Yeah, so we're now so now every future direct won't have people clamoring about Smash. I'm like, dude, it's over. We've moved on.
So the Mass Effect 3 thing, it wasn't originally going to be released as free DLC. Remember, they only released it as free DLC because of all the backlash that they got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did get a shit ton of backlash for that.
They did. They were going to charge the shit out of you. And I'm afraid, like, I'm so scared that the new Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is going to have DLC. But fortunately, the company making the game is not, like, notorious for being fucking thieves.
Yeah, it's the remake, right? Because I know the Switch is getting Knights of the Republic, but it's a port from the original one, and then the PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X version, that's going to be a full-on remake.
Oh, so also remember when we talked about how to save money about cons and shit like that?
Yeah.
One way to save money with gaming is that a lot of fighting games, not every fighting game, because Dragon Ball doesn't do this shit, and Street Fighter, they're so notorious for it. If you just wait until like the Ultimate or Game of the Year or whatever, there's gonna be the original game, and then there's gonna be the version with all the DLC. Just wait till that one. That's what I do with Mortal Kombat.
I probably would have done that with Mortal Kombat because I know Mortal Kombat XL came out, and then Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, and then microtransactions of what's driving gaming these days. It sucks the fun out of gaming. Well, yeah, it kind of does, but it's just like there's some moments where you have to like think about it, like when you're about to get something. It's like, oh, do I really need this cosmetic? Is it really going to make a difference in the game? And all that stuff. Like a good example is I'm playing the new Super Monkey Ball remaster, and if you get the digital deluxe version, which is like $10 more, you basically get like additional characters, some new costumes. You get to play the retro skin. So basically, like the characters get to play like they looked on the GameCube, and you get music from the original one. Or you could just get the regular game. You have to pay like $5 for each of those things, and I'm like, that's kind of lame. I mean, some of the stuff behind a paywall is kind of dumb. So I don't know. I'm not gonna like crap all over right now because I'm working on a review for it. So just have to leave.
he goes on a tangent. He's like, man, this fucking game. But on the review, he's like, man, this game was fun. It's amazing.
Nah, I'm not. Nah, I'm not gonna kiss ass on it. There's a lot of issues in this.
As many issues as the SpongeBob game?
Nah, not really. We'll see because I haven't fully played it because I've been so busy with all that. I've been applying for some stuff, so I'm just like I got so occupied didn't have time to play it fully.
You know what? I'm gonna message him.
You're like you talking absolutely.
Talking so much in the comment section.
I only buy the DLC if it changes my cosmetics. LOL. I mean, if it's just cosmetic, if it doesn't add stats or nothing like that, then I don't know. Whatever. I'd rather just earn it or something like that, than pay behind a paywall.
How many games do I own that actually have microtransactions? I think.
Just name like 2 games that has microtransactions.
No, but I'm going based on that I own.
I know. Name 2 that you.
Call of Duty. That's probably it. I bought some of them though because I like the cosmetics. I was like, okay, I like this. This is cool. I'll buy this.
Grand Theft Auto.
I don't. I own it, but like I bought a version of the game that was on sale. It was like $20, and you get like the game, and you get like $10 million for Grand Theft Auto Online. So
I know, but like they still have microtransactions. Like, hey, if you want like for like $10, you get like $100,000 of shit.
Joining us is we got a guest today. Joining us is from the man, the myth, the legend, the icon from the Black Table Podcast himself, TJ. Can't click. Broken hands.
I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I saw your hand on the Facebook thing, and I was like, "Yo, what the hell?"
Yeah, you should have seen how it looked on Monday. Like when he did the trash talk, he actually showed his hand. I was like, "Oh shit."
I was gonna like message you and see what happened, but I figured you lost the fight against the porta potty or something.
Nah, I've won those. No, but it's I do have to go see a specialist though. I only went to the hospital and they wrapped it. This is like a cast. And I'm right-handed too, so today I had to learn a valuable lesson about the bathroom.
Yeah. You got to experience the stranger? No, I'm joking.
No, I'm like, okay, you never realize how much precision you have with your right hand until you use your left hand. He's like, okay,
unless you're ambidextrous.
Yeah. Wipe too hard, didn't wipe hard enough. I broke the paper.
I say that's probably like one of the benefits that I found from like boxing for like 6-7 years straight was that I could use my left hand a lot better, especially because like when I box, like I'm predominantly left-handed.
Mm-hmm. No, I can use my left hand just fine. It's just that I've always taken. I'm just saying, I've always, and I'm pretty sure everybody does. I've taken for granted how much we do with our dominant arm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, especially now. Like, there's no way in hell you could ask me to do anything with my left hand besides jacking off. Like, that's the only thing it knows how to do.
What a way to kick off our brand new time slot then with talking about
my fault. My bad, y'all.
All right, so we're talking about video game. We're talking about video game. It's not PG-13. It's mature audiences. It's just that I don't like talking about what people do behind closed doors.
Hey man, it's not behind closed doors if I don't close the door. Sometimes I'm just going in the middle of the street. Never mind. Anyway,
you're at home, sir. It's like that show. Is that show on Stars that I've been meaning to watch? It's called Blind Spotting, and they've been showing commercials for it all over Facebook. The girl like literally walks around her house without pants on. She's like, I don't wear pants at home. That I could see you as that not wearing pants at home.
All right, fair. Yeah, I was gonna say same shit. Like, why?
Dude, I live at home. I live on my own. I live with my partner. I don't have to wear pants. Pants are
what are pants
created. Pants
are for people with shame.
Pants are for squares.
Pants are for people with shame and have shit to do at 2 p.m.
They're with people. They're for people with jobs, and I don't have one, so I don't wear pants. What's up, Flaming Forearms? What's going on, man? I know that he's a buddy of mine. So we're talking about DLC, like because we were talking about SORA, then we started talking about gaming. We started talking about DLC and microtransactions because a lot of people are saying that DLC is destroying the gaming industry. Now people are saying microtransactions are destroying the gaming industry.
I feel like DLC
thing, though, right?
DLC is kind of like a case by case, but like what DLC, if there's like a season pass or something like that, I mean it could make sense. But like microtransactions, I don't know. It's just like how it is on mobile, freemium games. It's kind of like similar to that. Like I'll give you an example. There's some games where like you get coins or something like that, just like, hey, you earn these coins for playing, right, and all that stuff. But then people would just end up buying them later on. And then a company would then add DLC. It's like, hey, we updated. Now you could buy coins instead of having to earn them. I was like, kind of defeats the purpose of playing the game then.
Yeah, they did that in NBA.
I think for me, DLC is fine if there is a justification for it. If I feel like I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any person that I know of that I've had a conversation with at the very least that had any issues with any of the DLC that came from The Witcher 3.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Right?
That's like a whole nother game.
Yeah, you get a whole game for $15, bro. Like, you can't be mad at that, right? I don't think there's ever been, and there's kind of like a small dissension between like the people who care about the DLC for, like, we were just talking about like Mass Effect versus the people who don't care about the DLC for Mass Effect. But like the DLC for Mass Effect 3 was so pivotal to the game that, like, bro, going back and playing like the Mass Effect Legendary remaster that just released, bro, there was no reason not to. Like, even at the time, you were still paying like $12 for each DLC. It was fucking worth it. Whereas like microtransactions, that's a waste of fucking time and money.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
the whole reason I don't play gachas, because I know that I'm addictive as fuck.
So like Call of Duty now versus Call of Duty like a couple years ago, it has a lot of like bullshit DLC, but it's all like cosmetic shit that you do not need for the game. Otherwise, all the maps, all the new game modes, everything you get for free. The only thing you pay for is the battle passes and the cosmetic shit. And I think that's really smart on their part.
I mean, there's a whole market economy that's built around Call of Duty cosmetics.
Honestly, but I think that's really smart of them to do. I like that better. I like that all the shit that I actually want, I'm getting automatically, no charge. And all the shit that is like, do I really need this? You know what? Yeah, I'll get it.
I mean, I say that like I have a genuine issue with microtransactions and all this other shit, but I legit bought everything that Persona 5 released within that like 2-year window. So I mean, I guess that's kind of the same. That's why I said
different though. Persona went from Persona 5. Persona 5 went from Persona 5 into a different game.
No. Because before that, you still had the Persona 5 like cosmetic DLC, where it was just like straight up just outfits.
But if those microtransactions edit the story, I'll be into it. Like, I'll pay $20 to bring Aerith back to life in Final Fantasy VII. That's right. Back in 96, 97, when you mained her and trained her and beefed her up, and she just dies and she's no longer in your party.
I never even liked Aerith.
Yeah, but always a lot of people are like, fuck.
I always liked Tifa and always fucked with like pretty much every. Oh fuck! Sorry,
why
I'm
not both?
Games.
I can tell
because Tifa has
like concentrated. Because whenever you did your podcast or whenever you're on our podcast, you're doing one of two things. You're on your computer focused on something else, or you're smoking.
Both, always both. Don't ever disrespect me.
Let's see.
All the disrespect.
Regarding switching back to SORA, you mentioned how this could actually bring like a lot of SORA cosplayers. Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
That's what I'm
will. Like,
thinking. Like, I'm actually gonna be kind of upset if I go to like a con or like Ren Fair is about to come up, right? And there's just a whole bunch of Sora cosplayers all of a sudden. Like, I'm actually gonna be pissed off. Like, you didn't love him when he was down. You don't deserve to love him now.
In Keyblade Sonic's defense, he cosplayed Sora before.
yeah, I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sonic's
started
the OG.
I started cosplaying the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora this year. And then
I'm gonna cosplay.
And then all these people are saying like now I saw a meetup at like an upcoming con. They're like a Nintendo meetup was like, hey, since Sora is not part of Smash, technically I can be a part of it.
That's right. I'm gonna cosplay Bender stealing Keyblades from Sora cosplay.
You know, if you cosplay Bender, the only thing that you really need is someone to like follow you around and be like, Bender, you're so cool. Shut up, baby. I know.
Oh, I was already working on that. Shut up, baby. I know it. He's Bender bending Rodriguez. He's Mexican, so it's perfect.
Also, keep in mind, like a lot of people are just gonna. Actually, you know what? Since Sora and Sonic together, you think about it. Chris Thorndike looks like Sora.
Honestly, though, like I'm kind of sad we didn't get like a Sony character, and at the same time, I kind of get it because Sony's kind of like bitter.
Also, they kind of I don't know. I feel like Sony kind of dropped the ball with their Smash clone, like PlayStation All Stars and all that stuff. I feel like
they had a lot of potential.
Yeah,
PlayStation All Stars was fucking dope, bro.
I liked PlayStation All Stars. That was actually one of my. I actually had fun with that one. I think my main was Ratchet. That was like the only card I used.
My main was Dante.
The thing is,
was fucking busted until Kratos got released, and then I was like, all right, cool, we're playing Kratos all day.
PlayStation All Stars wasn't a bad game. I got it on PS3 and Vita because they were selling it for $5. It was $5 for both games.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, for $5, I'll play it and I'll give it a chance. I was like, okay, this actually isn't bad. It's very ambitious.
Yeah.
But Sony, the problem with Sony is that when they released it, it wasn't an instant success, and they're like, well, fuck, you know.
Yeah, it kind of didn't meet their expectations and all that.
Going with it, it would probably not be. It wouldn't be as big as Smash. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it still would be popular.
Yeah,
it
was popping.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to like release it on PS4 or something like that. Or...
Remember, there's a ton of Smash clones.
I'm still hoping that it comes back.
Maybe, hopefully one day.
Ninja Turtle Smash Up. Also, Cartoon Network did a Smash clone.
Yeah, Cartoon Network did one. There's Ninja Turtles did one. You have PlayStation All Stars. You have Kung Fu Panda. We had an anime one, which was called Battle Stadium, with Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto.
And then we just got Nickelodeon. Just got one. Nickelodeon just dropped one, and then there's so many like.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead.
I was gonna say, if anybody plays the Nickelodeon clones, Smash clone, let us know how it is, because I'm definitely not gonna buy it.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Probably not. I mean, for that price, I can understand it, but it was like on sale, maybe.
I'll probably buy when it's $10. I'll buy when it's $10. If they announce like a good DLC character that I can get into, because if I buy it right now, I'm just gonna play as Danny Phantom, because Danny Phantom is my favorite one on there. But honestly, I'm not about to spend $65 on a game that I might only play like for an hour. I can get bored of real quick. Because I'm sorry, I played Smash by myself for a few hours and I didn't touch it for a month, because Smash is great, but it's better with friends than it is by yourself.
Yeah, I think I own Smash on the Switch for like all of maybe 30 days. Maybe.
I bought it digitally. I bought it physically, but then I traded it in, and I was like, damn it, I shouldn't have traded it in. Now I want to play Smash. When they released Terry Bogard, I was like, damn it, I want to play Smash. So I ended up buying it digitally so I wouldn't be tempted to trade it back in. But, sir, what are you playing?
League of Legends.
Oh. You're one
I
of
was
them.
fucking hoes up. Yeah, no. I was fucking hoes up, but now I'm getting fucked up because I'm trying to concentrate on what we're saying here. But anyway, no, like I don't know, bro. Like I probably would never even look at that game. Like unless it came included with the system. Like even then, it would probably be a hard sell for me.
I would be ashamed if I included that game with my system.
for the free, you still be ashamed.
I was like, has our console really gotten to that point?
I could have did better.
I've dropped about 1K on a free online game. I can't lie. I've dropped about $300 on the Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle game.
On the phone. Dude, yeah. Ugh. I think I played that for like maybe a week, and I still spent like close to $600 on that game. I've
been playing that for years since like it came out.
Well, the only reason I played it because like they had just released like Ultra Instinct Goku, and I was like, "Yo, nigga, I gotta get it. Like, I gotta get it."
The game is always constantly adding new cards to it, so it's really fun. It's always good to like get the cards. Mm-hmm. It does. Like, and they give away like they have things. The currency is Dragon Stones. They had a sale, so I bought like 400 of them, which is like $150. And I spent all of the Dragon Stones to get I never got the characters I wanted though. Fucking bitch.
Wow.
They ended up giving away like 300 though.
Oh, because they probably felt like bad. I was like, oh, you spent that much, so
yeah. Well, I mean, $100 gets you only like 60, but they ended up giving away like 300. Because they're like, oh, number one in sales, number one this, 6th, 7th year anniversary. They do so many like events, like every month. It's a bullshit event that they just made up to give away free shit.
That's kind of like Mario Kart. They do that too.
Hey. My dog took a shit anniversary.
That's a great anniversary. Like you gotta celebrate.
Yeah. Or you went to the bathroom, put the USB correctly for the first time.
The mail got here before 3 o'clock. The mail got here before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Celebration festival.
Celebration festival.
I got
to work on time. Celebration.
I got some tonight. Celebration festival.
Hey, my man Jose Lopez is dope. He said he bought a new display case for Garen and Jinx, which are like 2 characters in League of Legends.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, because it didn't. Yeah, it's because quite fitting because I know ThinkGeek just shut down a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago.
R.I.P.
And
for real?
Yeah, they shut down all of them.
I thought they were like still in the process of that.
No, they're dead
at
now.
the end of September. It was
by the end.
I think it was the 25th, right? I think.
Yeah, 26. They were dead and all that. Because I went to an antique store, and some antique store like in the Katy Freeway. Inside, there's like a shop. There's like some lady. She's doing like an anime store, and she got the display cases from ThinkGeek. I looked and I was like, hey, these look familiar. I'm like, yeah, they're from ThinkGeek. I went to the one on Sugarland to get them.
I stole them hoes.
Probably good because I went to the ThinkGeek of Willowbrook on the last day. It just like, man, this shit was like, what a hollow. It felt really hollow because like they still had stock of stuff, but they didn't do like a closing sale or nothing.
Oh really?
Yeah, they still had like Power Rangers helmets for like $100 and all that. I'm like, man, you could at least drop the price or something.
That's because GameStop was going to move all their inventory to the main GameStop store.
Yeah. Even then, GameStop has enough shit already in there, too.
GameStop doesn't really make a lot of sales anymore off of video games. They make most of their sales now off of collectibles, Funko Pops, and just figures in general.
Yeah, I was going to say, it has to be mostly just merchandising at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going from GameStop to Figure Stop.
Yeah, they might as well just rebrand. That's what they should have done. Just call it Funko Land.
They should call it Geek Stop.
Geek Stop. There you go.
Yeah, I mean that would be a lot better. I'd walk through the door.
Yeah, and just be like, "Hey, you took our name, so we're gonna sue you."
I still wouldn't.
It's
not like I'm salty or anything, but no, I am.
Yeah, you're definitely salty. We see the saltiness, sir, and it's strong with this one.
Bro, if GameStop took 3 years of your life and it was just like, hey, fuck you, bro.
Bitch, they took 2 years of my life. Remember, I worked for them.
Bro, like, I'm not gonna get on GameStop's ass. I should, but I'm not going to.
I will. Fuck GameStop, the dream killing company. The GameStop I shop at, the employees are better. Like, man, fuck this place. They
That's
are
fair,
like
bro.
They're like those TikTok videos. I'm gonna rob this place. Shit. I'll rob it with you. Meet me outside. What you want? I'll open the safe. They don't pay me enough because they tell you GameStop is so fucking shitty. So I don't know if people know this, but if you are injured or you are killed in the state of Texas, the company has to pay for your funeral. They have to buy they have to buy whatever the family wants. So if something happens to TJ and he happens to work for GameStop, we got to give him that fancy ass coffin with the spinning rims and shit on it.
Why gotta have the spinning rims?
Yeah, that's
racist.
Because I picked it. No, because I picked it. I'm picking it for you. You're gonna have a TV inside so I can watch my anime while I mourn you. Oh, look, Goku's fight.
Inside of the coffin so you can watch it? What are you gonna be laid up in the coffin with? What
No,
the
because
fuck?
you're gonna be you're gonna be open up.
Through.
No, because it's gonna be open coffin. So like as you're laying there, there's a TV right there, so I can also watch. I can stare at you and be like, TJ, no, and then I'm watching like TV at the same time. Goku, come on. And as soon as we close it, though, it turns off. It cuts off service. No more Funimation.
I want to be able to watch like.
You gonna be dead. You ain't watching shit.
I want my dead body to be able to watch anime for the rest of time.
You gonna be dead. We're gonna get you expensive coffin. We're gonna get you the headstone made out of like diamond crystal or whatever.
You can spend all that money on that bullshit that I don't give a fuck about, and I can't watch an anime for the rest of my unnatural life.
The company is paying for it. So my point is this: there's a reason why when you apply for GameStop, not all the managers will say this, but some of them will say this to you. Hey, okay, if you get robbed, whatever they want, just give it to them. Don't be a hero, okay? This ain't your shit. It's all insured, and the company don't want. If you try to be a hero, the company will fire you before the robbery's even over.
Facts.
They tell you because the company knows, because in the state of Texas, if something happens to you, they got to cover it. As shitty as this state can be, it's also fair in some points and aspects. Oh, I see your employee over there got shot in the face and now he is dead. Well, Mr. GameStop, you're going to have to pay for his funeral. Are we talking steaks? We talking high-end coffin? We talking a good old plot of land? You going to bury him? You ain't going to throw him on no grill? We don't cremate around this county. Expensive. And if you do cremate him, you're going to get him that expensive urn, not a coffin can.
Again, Blastoise. Hey, Goku, do you think if you lose your arm, it will be chilling in heaven waiting for the rest of you to show up? But what if you do something bad and your body goes to another place? Will you just be an armless ghost? That's a good hypothetical.
I have a third
How would the arm make it, but the rest of the body didn't?
Yeah, how do you know the arm is in heaven? Maybe it ends up in the other side too.
How do you know? How do you know like what if my arm ends up in hell, but I go to heaven?
Yeah, is that the other way around? But still, like, how would you answer that response?
If I lose my arm and it goes to hell, does that explain the burning sensation I've been having lately?
I mean, probably.
There's a lot of questions. Does that also explain why every time I go somewhere into another room, it smells like fajitas or pork? Because my arm is burning.
Goku?
Yeah, because it's burning. It's being cooked in hell. You know, throw your arm on the grill.
He doesn't pork.
Yeah, because you do know humans are like pork, right? Like you're the same texture as pork.
Yeah, but why would they smell like fajitas?
Because
Mexican?
Burning. Yeah, you get to put some spices, seasoning.
I was born with spices, and sir, not just salt and pepper like certain people out there. Salt and pepper is not fucking seasoning. I don't care what anybody says. Let's just put that out there. I'm going to dedicate an entire podcast to telling people that salt and pepper are not seasonings.
Or, man, nah. I was going to say paprika either, but I actually like paprika, bro.
paprika is a seasoning because it adds spice. Lemon pepper chicken is fire for life. I thought he was gonna say fire.
Smash players think Patrick kind of sucks in the Nickelodeon fighting
Yeah, a
game.
lot. I was like, Buff Patrick. Yeah,
You
they
know
actually
what
got.
though? We talked about this. I wanted to get your thoughts, TJ. Me and Sonic talked
What's
about
that?
this, but one of the most requested characters for Smash Brothers was SpongeBob SquarePants.
I
Why?
didn't bring that up. No, it's because people are. I don't know. People are just kind of dumb.
They already had the best character. Like, in my opinion, the best character that you could have ever brought to Smash was Steve, the Minecraft guy. And the way that he plays in the game is by far and large better than anything I could have ever imagined. Like, when I saw like that character being played in Smash, I was kind of like, "Yo, this is a dope ass game, bro." Like, they can just kind of put whatever the fuck they want in this game and get away with it.
All I remember was as soon as they released him, people were building dicks online.
Is that really what happened?
Yes.
Yeah, some people were doing that, and then they had to like. Apparently, they had to nerf like one of his moves because of it.
That's all people were doing.
Because of
building
dick
dicks.
building?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dick building is banned, y'all. We can't have no dicks built in our game.
Isn't that a little sus though? Like I guarantee you these are like a bunch of little Christian supposedly straight kids out there just putting dicks all over the place. Yeah, dick.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
Because reasons. It's not sus at all. I mean, if you like dick, fuck it, I don't care. It ain't gonna suck itself after all. Pause. Oh, we're talking about
Cricket
Paprika,
noise.
by the way. I forgot about Paprika, the adopted daughter of Salt and Pepper from Blue's Clues.
It wasn't even adopted. They gave. I don't know. I don't remember.
I was not that invested in the Blue's Clues to know if that's true or not.
Right? Blue's Clues was pretty much over for me the moment. What was the name? Steve? Steve went off to college.
Steve did not go off to college. We had this discussion. Steve went to go fight in Afghanistan.
He was under witness protection.
Man, bullshit. Steve was doing that dope.
No, I'm telling
He
you,
got his ass off the show fast.
He disappeared right around when we started shipping people out to Afghanistan. As soon as we started shipping people to Afghanistan, he has to suddenly leave to college, and then he comes back right when we're getting everyone out. Steve saw shit. That's why whenever he shows up now, he looks like he sees some shit. He's all like, "I never forgot y'all." He's in the trenches crying. I gotta go back to my family. Steve
He's
looks like
singing
he's
the
singing
fucking
some
songs from fucking like Blue's Clues. It's mail time. Everybody's like, "What the hell, bro? Provide cover fire."
Yeah, it's mail time. Here's the.
Hey, wait, hold up. He's doing the dance, but he's dodging bullets as he's doing the dance. Here's our mail, it never fails. It makes you wanna wag my tail every time I wanna wag. And then like when he does that, that's the cue for the people to blow. It's like, all right, go. That's your cue. Doing jazz hands, just.
Smoking on Twitch, is this legal?
Yeah, you probably can.
Yes, as long as
you can even smoke weed on Twitch.
Yeah, nobody.
As long as it is legal within your state.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as we know, it's a cigarette. It's a cigarette, weed.
Sick of weeds.
Sick of weed.
You're sick of weed.
Sick of weed. I'm not. Nobody's ever sick of weed. I get tired of people before I get tired of weed.
You know, I since we brought that up, there's always, when Halloween coming up, there's always those news reports that say, "Oh, be careful because drug dealers out now giving drugs to candy." I'm like, who the fuck gives away free drugs free?
Speaking of drugs, can I share a story from the hospital last night?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Might as well.
All right. So while I was there, they didn't have a room, so they had me out in the fucking lobby like a poor person, which I am. So it made sense. All right, Sarah. Since you look like you don't have a job or you don't have insurance, so we're gonna have you wait in the hallway.
Like a poor person.
You gonna wait outside. Okay, so there's a guy that's yelling and screaming, and they're talking about him. So apparently, and I'm gonna reveal more facts as I go on with the story. But so from what I gathered in the beginning, he glued a wig to his head because he didn't want to go bald.
Fair.
Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, I
And
could see that, but
he looks like like an older version of Canada. So I thought it was Canada from the future. His wife even looks like Canada's baby mama. So I was like, oh shit, that is Canada.
so basically, instead of paying for that, like those hair implants, he pretty much did it on a budget.
Yeah. So they're like, sir, why did you glue the wig to your head? Because I've been going bald for years and I'm sick of going bald. Don't you see me? I wear tight ass pants. I wear black shirts. I'm emo. When was the last time you saw a bald emo?
Actually, you'd be amazed.
So he's complaining and they're trying to figure out why. So he's going bald. I didn't want to play for hair implants or whatever. I didn't want to. I'm too cheap. I'm too dumb for a toupee and I'm too cheap for implants.
I feel like these nurses are like trying to keep a straight face.
And so they had to take him into surgery because he glued. At first, he said he gorilla glued it to his scalp.
Oh,
but it turns out he showed him a picture of the glue, and they had to do a surgery on him.
Was it like adhesive or something like that?
It was a toxic adhesive.
Oh God, that's awful. That's terrible.
And it wasn't a good wig either. I caught a glimpse of the wig, and it looks like a Party City wig.
Oh, it's like the ones you probably see that Party City or Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, you can tell it's like made out of plastic, like one of those green,
blonde, was it
multicolored? No, it was like a yellow, like school bus yellow blonde.
Then he didn't go hard enough. He should have went for the multicolored one. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was a safer one.
His wife was already yelling at him. This is all your fault. No one told you to go bald.
That's life.
You're no one told you to go bald.
God, bitch, I ain't had nothing to do with this.
I literally, and like people are like, nah, you're exaggerating, you're joking. No, it's actually much worse than what I'm describing. It was so insanely goofy that I actually looked around for somebody recording to see if they were making like a TikTok.
It's goofic.
It's goofic. He was goofic. I was looking around. Somebody recording this shit? Is this like a TikTok video? It's 8:25.
No. I meant when you were at the hospital.
Yeah, what time of night?
I was there until 4, so this was around 2 a.m.
So
yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why. That's why.
I had to go when it was empty.
Yeah, 2 a.m. Yeah, that's why.
There was a pregnant doctor who had a helmet with a respirator on there. She looked like an astronaut.
What the fuck?
I mean, she is not playing.
Delta variant.
Nah, I wouldn't blame. I mean, with the stuff going on,
there's a new variant in Europe that the vaccine doesn't even work on.
Ugh.
Of course.
We're dead.
Yep. What happens? What happens when people that don't get vaccinated constantly catch the virus and help it get stronger, and it mutates into a stronger version. Now it's like Superman. It's like cosmic Superman, where kryptonite doesn't even work on it no more.
Man, I'm down for dying by virus. That means that we have the opportunity to come back as zombies. I'm down for that too.
Oh, what kind of zombies?
Hell yeah! I want to be Resident Evil zombies. I want to have super fucking powers.
That's Marvel. That's Marvel.
Nah, bro. Nah, I want to be Resident Evil zombies.
So you want to turn into like a monster and just tear up a bunch of...
Hell yeah! I want to summon tentacles out of the ground for no goddamn reason.
Okay, this is Resident Evil, sir, not hentai.
If that's the case, you should have asked Nemesis about that.
Yeah, stars. No, just imagine booty.
Oh, but no, before, like, because we had brought up, or Sonic had brought up the make sure that you check your kids' candy Halloween thing, right?
Yeah.
Me and my partner think we found out where that like derived from, because it didn't come from like there actually being, because if you look it up, right, it didn't ever happen. It happened like to one person in the 60s. It happened to like a set of 13 kids in a fucking Ohio, like who gives a shit, in the 70s, and that was it, right? So we tried to figure out like where the fear actually came from. This shit comes from Candyman, bro. Like the original Candyman movie has like this scene where she goes into like this place where I guess it's like a shrine to Candyman, right? And she reaches down because there's like a pile of candy just in there. She reaches down to pick up the candy and she gets cut by like a little, what's that shit called?
A razor blade.
Yeah, like a razor blade. And that's where it actually comes from. The fear of bullshit just being in kids' candy.
I think the real fear though, I think it goes deeper. I think they're afraid of imitators because there are people out there that will watch this shit and be awe and inspired by it. And they're like, I'm gonna do that because I hate my neighbor's kids.
Probably that.
I mean, if I hate those kids, I wouldn't do that. I give their kids.
I don't like other people's kids. I'll just turn off the light and be like, I don't got candy, not for you at least.
I do what Don always says. I'll give them fucking Starbucks and chocolate. Send their ass back home.
Give them chocolate churros.
Chocolate coffee. Chocolate and coffee. Perfect match.
Or you really want to piss them off? Give them raisins.
Yeah, instead of chocolate chip cookies, give them raisin cookies.
Yeah. Just putting it out there, ladies and gentlemen. I know Halloween is coming up. I know people are going to want to take their kids trick-or-treating. No one's going to give your kids edibles.
Yeah. No drug dealer. No drug dealers that stupid to do that.
No drug dealer and ain't nobody who actually paid for their fucking weed is going to give your kids their edible. Like, are you fucking stupid? No.
No, like
Yeah,
those are not cheap.
There's not a possibility where that fucking
those
happens.
are mine.
You think I'm gonna give your kid my shit, my stash, bitch?
My stuff, my shit.
Yeah, no, these candies, these are edibles. These are mine. Here, you can have these boxes of raisins. Be healthy.
Invite people to roll up. Like, what do you mean I'm giving you a kid? Man, get the fuck out of here, Karen.
Yeah, I'm giving them a roll up, a fruit roll up.
Honestly though, trick-or-treating is fun. It's amazing. For Latinos, Hispanics, we celebrate a holiday called Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, watch Coco and you'll see what the hell that is. In case you didn't know.
Pretty much Coco. The Book of Life and Coco, but Coco is much more accurate than the Book of Life. With those of you, also Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but there is a Hocus Pocus 2. I don't know how it's going to work because everybody has, like, not only has everyone gotten so much older, but in the story they said that they can only come back for one more night unless they absorb the lives of children, which pretty much eat their essence, eat their souls.
And I think it's coming on Disney Plus. I think it's probably next year. I don't remember. Like, I haven't heard anything about it. I kind of keep forgetting they're making a sequel.
Also, the only Halloween movie that's worth watching is fucking Friday the 13th, and almost all of them are on Hulu.
I'm too busy watching Futurama to get, because I'm trying to get it. Whenever I cosplay a character, if I'm just cosplaying a generic something, whatever, I don't really fuck with it. Like Megazord, there's really no character for it. But for like Bender, I like to binge watch and like learn about the character and get into the character. That's why when you told me I should have somebody going around like, Bender, you're so awesome. Shut up, baby. I know it. Like I was already thinking about having somebody do that.
Bender's my fucking character, bro. I love that dude.
Bender is an amazing character. I love Bender. We're gonna get Canada to dress up as Fry. So Canada, if you're watching, you're gonna be Fry.
All right, who's gonna do Leela and who's gonna do Farnsworth?
We don't have a Leela, unfortunately. We don't have an Amy, but we do have we have 17 who's gonna be the professor, and we're gonna get Zarek to be Zoidberg.
Why not Zoidberg, bro? That could work.
Man, it's gonna be a great Halloween this year. For those of you that don't know, OniCon this year is on October 30th, and I think it's on October 30th.
Yeah, 30th and 31st.
The 31st.
It's a 2-day
yeah,
one this
so
year. I think if you want to,
sorry, I was just gonna say they're gonna be open late on Sunday. They will be open all day Sunday to compensate for not being open on Friday.
Oh, and also they will they're actually having right now their price is like what, $53 their weekend pass or something like that, and like pre-register or something like that. I'm trying to remember.
That's too much.
I don't know. Let me look it up. Maybe it was confused to another.
I'll pay $55 at the door. I ain't paying more than that. Not for 2 days at least. Here's $5. Make it work.
Make it work.
I'll be like Smokey's mom. I'll give you $1. Go get me some cigarettes. This ain't enough. Make it enough.
Yeah, it said quick reminder. Yeah, it was. Let me see how much it is right now. It is $58.
Fuck. No. Fuck that. I'm not going. Oh, Colossal Con is next month. People are still excited about that. I haven't done the research yet. I've been pretty lazy. Plus, it's really hard for me to type.
Mm-hmm.
I only it's so hard to do anything.
Turn on your computer's accessibility mode. There's a voice to speech or voice to text.
I'm lazy.
It's like 3 clicks, my bro.
Well, yeah. Well, at this case, well, if that's the case, just learn to deal with. I can't type. Do this. I don't feel like it. Rinse and repeat.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna do it.
Oh shit!
That is literally my response for everything. Fuck it.
Oh,
I wonder how this will work. Hold on. Let's find out.
I just saw the skins that they implemented for SORA for the Super Smash Bros. Game.
This is gonna be a bitch. Wait, what happened?
Oh, for Smash, all of his the attires he has, like Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 3D, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, and then the Ultimate Form, Limit Form. It's really
no. He's got Valor, Wisdom, and then he has Final Form, but it's all from Kingdom Hearts 3, so it's not like it makes sense why he doesn't have another Keyblade or something.
Now we know what happened to him at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. He went to Smash.
There's also a classic SORA. Well, they already said that he was going to be going to different worlds, quote unquote.
He pulled the Goku.
This could be a different world. Would it be dope as hell if there was a collaboration event for the next Kingdom Hearts and it just was SORA jumping out of the fucking Super Smash Brothers symbol?
That'd be awesome, but they got to do something with Star Wars and Marvel as well.
Yeah, a lot of people are bitching. It was oh, they shouldn't do anything with Marvel or Star Wars. I'm like, well, it's Disney now, so they can if they want to.
Man, I will. Watch, just to piss everybody off, I would put The Simpsons in it.
Yeah, technically they can. Family Guy if they want to.
That'd be wild.
Hey, Lois.
It would be wild.
There's a kid out here with a key. Says he's looking for a door.
Oh, Brian, he has a Keyblade.
For real, yeah. Get the Family Guy, Simpsons. Get
Bob's Burgers too. Fuck it.
Bob's Burgers.
Who would be who would be the big heartless? Oh, it would be the chicken, huh?
No. For Family Guy, it would be it could be the chicken, and for Simpsons, it could be Mr. Burns, Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns possessed.
No, not Mr. Burns. The guy with the fucked up hair.
Oh,
I forget his name. Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow
Bob.
Yeah.
I would go with Mr. Burns though because he is rich and powerful already.
Oh, you know what? Who else? It would be the guy who remember Homer's enemy?
Ned Flanders.
Yeah.
Frank Grimes. No, it's a worker.
I would make it Flanders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that? Homer had an enemy at work, and then
I remember. God, bro, how many episodes is The Simpsons at?
700.
Simpsons is
almost 700.
30 years old.
32, 33 years old. I think it's 33. 32 years old, I believe.
It's old. It's old as shit.
Well, they're on season 33.
Yeah, so basically 32 years old now.
Yeah.
Because they came out in 89.
Yeah, I'm 33. I'm 88, so.
707 episodes. Jesus, bro.
Most shows don't even get 10.
Yeah, some shows only last
one season canceled.
Oh, speaking of Family Guy, what are your thoughts on that Family Guy is not even on Adult Swim anymore? They moved it to
Dude,
FXX.
I don't really care anymore because I don't watch TV at all. Even with professional wrestling, I watch highlight videos on YouTube. I have no reason whatsoever to watch anything cable wise.
What's the reason that they're not showing it on?
Because Disney owns it now.
Yeah, so they moved Family Guy to FXX and Freeform, which is the old ABC Family, and now Adult Swim.
Yeah, it's the edgy ABC.
Yeah, so basically all this showing instead of Family Guy, it's repeats of American Dad, and I'm I mean, fine, whatever. I mean, people like American Dad. Me, I don't really care for it.
I loved American Dad. That show had fucking gems.
Yeah, the early episodes, and then my favorite episode I recently watched is the one where Stan makes a bet with Haley and Jeff that they could live off minimum wage for a month, and within like 3 days, he already fucked up.
Yeah,
That's a good
that was
episode.
great.
That's
My
a good
favorite-
episode.
My favorite American Dad episode is when he gets the hot tub.
Oh yeah, that one too.
It has CeeLo Green singing it, and
yeah,
CeeLo Green goes the fuck off.
The killer hot tub. I love that one.
Oh, there's two of them I do like. Another two of them I like is the one where Stan becomes a bully to Steve.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Stelio Contos. And then the other one is where Stan takes a shit in the fucking pool, and he's like trying to like runs away from it. And every time someone brings it up, every time someone brings it up, he like sets the whole town on fire or some shit.
Yeah. He tried to frame Barack Obama in that episode with the chocolate bar.
Yeah, with the hot dog.
Yeah, with the chocolate bar, he's gonna throw it in the pool, make it look like he's shit in the pool.
Yeah, then and it was all a dream, and then he actually did take a dump, and then in the ending, he opens a book. He's like, people in my dreams I no longer trust, and he writes Barack Obama. He gave me terrible advice. I'm like, I don't know. I like those three episodes.
It was the terrible advice one. People giving me terrible advice in my dreams. Barack Obama. I honestly, out of Family Guy and Simpsons, I know we talked about Futurama already, but I believe like Futurama is my favorite one out of like those kind of shows.
Yeah. Did you compare, if you would have compared the Comedy Central era of Futurama to the Fox era, which one's your favorite of the two?
I don't know that I know the difference.
Comedy Central, Futurama era. This one had the Dave Chappelle show.
No, I don't know where those episodes like change.
Okay, it's from the episode. It's like from Rebirth.
It's after the movies.
Yeah, after the movies. And like I noticed, like after the Comedy Central era, there's a lot of like emotional tones in some of the episodes, like a lot of elements.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying now. Okay, so Futurama. Honestly, I think the Fox era was because a lot of them had pros and cons. Like we started getting emotional shit, but like in season 2, they didn't do anything the first season because they didn't want to fuck up the comedy formula. We see your keyboard.
I think Sonic is gone.
No, he was abducted by Bender in the Planet Express crew. Honestly, I think Futurama was like that's a really tough question. Fuck. I think it was better the first half.
I don't.
No, that's an unfair question.
I think whatever era had the episode with the dog is the best era.
Oh, the Fox
era.
That was
Fox. Fox era.
Yeah, that was Fox.
You know what's crazy is that show was like it had so many like I was watching this guy analyze like the entire timeline before Fry, like after Fry disappeared, and like Fry always thought like that nobody missed him and nobody cared about him.
Yeah.
But like you realize like his parents and his brother genuinely like mourned him like he had died.
Yeah, especially that the episode where his brother finds that 7-leaf clover.
Mm-hmm.
Like he named his son after him. Which is like
yeah, he broke the family tradition of naming the first born Yancey.
Yeah. So he would have called him Yancey Jr., but instead he just called him Philip J. Fry.
Yeah. But there's also like a thing like when so remember the episode before like when Fry talks to his mom in her dream?
Yeah, that Game of Tones episode or something. That's what it's called. That was
they actually referenced that before it actually happened. I don't know if it was before or after, but they referenced it again. When it was the episode where he finds out that Philip J. Fry, his nephew, was the one that kind of took up his identity because he was named him. I'll show the theory when he comes back. What are you doing, sir?
Talking to my partner, trying to figure out exactly what we're about to do. I think we're about to go get some food.
Yeah, okay. Get food. All right, get some food and invite me. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm poor and crippled.
We're not even going to get any like fajitas or anything.
What the fuck? Because I'm Mexican, that's all I eat.
Yeah,
Fajitas are fucking expensive, sir.
they are.
They really are. That's why we always buy them in bulk.
No, I think we're gonna go just somewhere to get fast food.
You're not gonna get McDonald's, are you?
I mean, I guess we could get Taco Bell, but
I hope you like spending the night in the bathroom.
I love Taco Bell. Fuck you. My stomach has built up an immunity.
So everybody that I talk to is like, after I Taco Bell, I have to go spend the night. I have to go cuddle the toilet.
Eats Taco Bell once.
Yeah. Taco Bell weeds out the weak.
I was saying that remember the episode? Yeah, the episode where he discovers that his nephew was named after him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where Yancey's putting on his dad's suit because he's getting married.
Yeah.
And his mom says something about the last time I spoke to Fry. She had said something,
like,
and that
she said that it was like a college football game or something like that. She said like,
yes.
Yeah.
She says the exact same. She says the exact score. The last time I spoke to him, what's their names won, and she says this. And then, if you go back to the dream, that exact game that she was talking about is the one in the dream. And Fry's like, wait a minute, I don't remember this game. This happened after I left. And then he's like, oh, this isn't your dream. This is your mom's dream. So she was referencing the last time she spoke to Fry was in her dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a lot of connections. Yeah. Also, I like that episode where the why of Fry, or like where Fry actually sees him getting stuck in the cryo sleep, like how Nibbler pushed him.
Yeah, that was great. Like Futurama is such a great show with a lot of, like, they have a lot of references. There are a ton of plot holes though. Like, don't get us wrong, there are so many plot holes that it's insane. But at the same time, there are so many like references and connections. Like they do reference other shows. Like, hey, wait a minute, didn't we just do that? Yada yada yada.
Yeah,
yeah.
A lot of continuation.
Right.
It's like serialization. It's like how South Park now they're like doing the whole one continuous story. Like that season.
Now before it was just like at the end of the episode, nothing happens.
Yeah, it's like a frozen timeline.
Doesn't exist. All right, we got about 15 minutes left, sirs. What is one of the things that we were going to talk about today?
I don't know. We came in like no prepared.
Yeah, we didn't come in prepared at all.
We
were going to talk about SORA. We were going to talk about.
We did that already.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do to talk about SORA. As much as
I can talk about SORA ridiculously. We can talk about SORA all night. Would you like for me to explain the Kingdom Hearts storyline to you?
Nah, I already had somebody do that for like 10 years, and I'm not hearing that shit again.
Do you have 10 hours?
No, I don't got 10 hours, nor do I have the time. No, legit. I know somebody who talked about Kingdom Hearts all the fucking time and never shut the hell up about it. And then whenever I like saying, "Oh, I went to go pre-order this one game. Yeah, I'm really excited for it." It's like, man, you should talk about the game a lot. Yeah, like you and Kingdom Hearts, you never shut the F up about it.
Kingdom Hearts is great.
And I like Kingdom Hearts too, but it's just like I like Kingdom Hearts as well, but it's just like this person would always like, even though like the game has some flaws, like the series and all that stuff, she would defend it like it's the fucking greatest thing ever. I'm like, you gotta admit, the first game, the camera kind of sucked.
Actually, you know what?
Kingdom Hearts had no flaws. All right.
Since we're talking about Kingdom Hearts,
get that out the way.
Kingdom Hearts has a ton of flaws.
Kingdom Hearts has no flaws.
See?
Kingdom Hearts doesn't have Tarzan come back.
Zero.
Tarzan.
No flaws.
Tarzan didn't come back.
Neither did
no one cares. No one cares.
Tarzan cares.
I don't care about
Tarzan.
The only good thing that came out of Tarzan was Phil Collin. All right, like that's the only good thing that came out of Tarzan. That whole story was just like whitewashed to shit.
Unless your name is unless you're Trey Parker or Matt Stone who hates Phil Collins, they make fun of him because he won the Oscar and they didn't.
I like how he went from nerd to like super Karen. Let's talk about the Super Mario Brothers movie before we go ahead and end the podcast.
Fuck the
Oh,
Super
we're gonna-
Mario's movie.
Oh,
That Super Mario's movie will never be shit, and it ain't ever gonna be shit because it'll never come close to anything that Kane Carter put out. Super Mario Brothers. Look it up. It's on YouTube. It's great.
I will look it up later. So what do y'all think about Chris Pratt playing the voice of Mario?
We're still talking about this.
Honestly, I think anything that Chris Pratt is in is great. Like, honestly, that man's a genius. He's hilarious as fuck.
Yeah, I like his stuff. I did like him in Parks and Recreation. There's that deleted scene where like they're doing a meeting. It's like, oh, we're having about comebacks. You know, at least let's any people who have comebacks. It's like Kim Kardashian. She's like, well, in the video she gets cum in her back, I think, and they start fucking cracking up.
Oh no, the only reason why I brought it up because there's a certain Facebook and Instagram and TikTok channel that's still bitching about it. I'm not gonna say who or whom or what.
Who cares?
group or team. I just think it's hilarious.
Bro,
Nah,
just
it's
let
just
people
like,
enjoy shit, bro.
No, I can understand where people coming from with the whole like with the cast and all that stuff. I get it. It's just at the same time, sometimes, you know, that's how it is. But there is something interesting about it. It kind of brought up when this came out. They were bringing up the whole thing about how sometimes celebrity voiceover. Like, I remember somebody say, oh, why did they bring all these celebrities and all that? And I said, simple, they draw. That's what people are going to go see a movie for, their movies for, is because, oh, if that actor's in there, they'll probably go see it there.
Yeah.
And like, I'll give you an example. There's someone I knew who was like really big into Seth Green. She even went to go see Old Dogs because Seth Green was in it, and Seth Green was only in like for a few seconds. I'm like, okay,
Dude, there was like a
Sanji.
solid 4-year span where I was like, stop putting Mark Wahlberg in fucking movies. And like, I was legitimately upset about it. Like, I hated seeing him because he has the same like stupid Boston accent the entire time throughout every movie, and it pisses
That's
me
his
off.
actual accent.
Tired
of hearing your damn voice.
I'm sick of his voice. But like, I mean, I get it. So from like that point of view, I get it. Chris Pratt is kind of like oversaturated. He's kind of in everything. But I mean, same thing, right? With like, you could say the same thing with like Kevin Hart, or like the same thing with Tom Holland. Tom Holland's in fucking everything right now, right? You can say the same thing with fucking Ryan Reynolds. Like, Ryan Reynolds been in everything for the last 13 years. The only difference is those are more attractive people. Being realistic, right? Like, Chris Pratt is hilarious, and like he got buffed to play the role of Star-Lord, and that was cool for like all of 12 seconds, but then he punched Thanos in the face and we all started hating him again. Like, give the man a break.
But at the same time,
Yeah,
had it
bro.
not, but at the same time, had it not been for him punching Thanos, we would not have gotten Endgame. So we
That's
kind of
true.
credit him for that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, remember when that happened? I remember the internet being Star-Lord, we love you. As soon as the movie ended, that motherfucker.
Right? Like, it was a huge paradigm shift just suddenly.
Yeah, but
How
but,
dare
like,
you breathe?
Yeah, but regardless, it's like a lot of people who like, especially in the voiceover industry, they kind of say like sometimes when they bring in celebrities, it just feels like, what's the best way to describe it? Some voice actors don't get promoted as much as like the celebrities, and I get it because celebrities, they grab more attention and all that. But there's sometimes where like a cast would get like, you could barely know anybody. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I remember people were kind of bitching about this part. It was like when they were showing off commercials for the new Space Jam, and how the only thing they ever said was like, oh, Zendaya as Lola Bunny, and that's it. Like, they didn't get any, like, they didn't say the cast members' names of like for the other characters and all that.
That's
Yeah, because who's going to come to a movie like starring Dave Matthews or like Dave Anderson, some random fuck? Like, nobody
even say
knows who
Dave
Dave
Matthews?
Anderson.
Dave
Look at a Dave Matthews band. Yeah, the whole Dave Matthews band. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'll probably avoid that fucking movie, honestly. No, but I mean, like, yeah, it's what Sonic's saying. Like, there's a draw. People
it
polarize
adds
to the things that
more-
they like.
I think the word would be more notoriety to the movie.
Yeah,
It's like, it's kind of like every event has that headliner, the guy that puts asses in seats.
yeah, but then the same argument could be flipped too, right? Like, dude, what was it? There was a great argument for like setting up a movie with just a pretty much new cast, and then that being the takeoff point for their careers. I don't remember what the actual example was, but it was pretty good. It was a pretty good example because I remember watching like it was Bone Collector. Bone Collector came out and Bone Collector came out and none of the actors or actresses that played in that movie were like highly revered in any way, but then all of a sudden you have the voice of God in that movie, right? Like you have Sandra Bullock in that fucking movie. Like you have all kinds of fucking people that are now to this day like still.
You said voice of God,
famous.
sir. So you said voice of God, so I automatically went to Morgan Freeman. I was like, Morgan?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like in the Lego movie, you know, Morgan Freeman was in that movie.
Yeah, like the voice of God is in that fucking movie, and like prior to that movie, he wasn't the voice of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, another pretty decent example is actually The Matrix because, well, I don't know if Keanu Reeves had like a huge career, but that definitely set his career in the right path.
Like, yeah, like I know, like the movie before The Matrix, he was doing like Bill and Ted, and that was like the only movie I know.
Yeah,
he did.
And then like Lawrence Fishburne was in shit, right?
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. But with Keanu Reeves though, with what happened with Keanu Reeves is that when he got injured and he didn't do Speed 2, so the studio that had to replace him started like telling others, oh yeah, he's an asshole. So he got blacklisted for a while. That's why he wasn't in shit.
Kind of like Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
He was getting blacklisted now. Like he was like blackballed in a way.
That's always the caveat though. Like if you do have the opportunity to make a good movie, then you can honestly cast whoever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm. Speed 2 sucked.
I said a good movie, sir.
Well, okay, just to share some info though. I'm not gonna make any, me personally, and by the way, Sanji, he says I'm telling, but I'm not gonna make any judgments until I see a trailer. I'm gonna wait until I see a trailer because based off of the track record of the internet, when they casted Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, people bitch. When they casted Heath Ledger as the Joker, people bitch. When they casted Jared Leto, Michael Keaton, when they casted Jared Leto as people bitch, but that's probably for a good reason. Now, look like Macaulay Culkin on crack.
I didn't hate Jared Leto's Joker.
I didn't like the fact that he
sacrilege.
Looked like...
Oh shit! I didn't hate it. It wouldn't.
I like them better in the Snyder cut.
Yeah, the Snyder cut.
Definitely.
I liked him better in the Snyder cut, but in the Suicide Squad, I didn't like the fact that he looked like he should be setting up booby traps for two guys trying to break into his house during Christmas. He looked like Macaulay Culkin had taken one too many lines of cocaine.
I don't know, man.
He looked like a coked out Macaulay Culkin, dude.
I feel like with certain characters though, like say for instance, the Joker, right? Like there's so many polarizing and big names that go to that you can just think of off the top of your head, right? That like casting anybody is going to seem like a downfall, right? Like,
well, no, like
there was nothing Jared Leto could do in that cast, like in that role with that script to make that look like a good character.
Also, like kind of like what like people were like Joaquin Phoenix and all that stuff too.
Yeah, Joaquin.
Yeah, exactly. Also, people shit on Joaquin Phoenix, and that was dope.
Also, don't forget Chris Evans when he was. Remember when Chris Evans was casted as Captain America for the first time?
Yeah, and also another
people shit on that.
Also, Jim Carrey as Robotnik.
Also, Paul Rudd, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah,
Paul Rudd, Ant-Man.
Don't like every time they cast somebody as a character, people are like, "What the fuck? Oh Jesus Christ! No, damn it, no!" And then when they cast somebody, they like, "Oh yes!" Like Jared Leto's like, "Yes, finally, he's gonna nail it." It sucks.
Actually, you know, now I think about it, I don't know if we're gonna do this in a future podcast, but like we'd briefly talk about like Venom and like the upcoming Marvel movies because I know Morbius is coming out because I kind of forgot that. I forgot that movie was going to come out.
I forgot that movie was coming
out. Until I went to see the new Venom and they've put a trailer. I was like, oh shit, this movie is coming out. Right.
Damn, I completely forgot about that
Morbius.
Movie. Yeah, that's why. And I was super excited about that movie too because obviously Blade has to be in it.
Yeah, so it kind of sets up Blade, especially after
Blade has to be in it, even if it is in like the closing cinematic scene or whatever the fuck. Like Blade's obviously going to be in it.
Because Morbius is set in the Venom universe.
Yeah, but after the new Venom, I mean that pretty much changes.
Well, we're gonna have a spoiler podcast next week.
All right, because it'll be 2 weeks.
TJ,
I'm
you're
down for
invited
that.
if you're free.
Well, let's talk about like your favorite Joker right now. Then
All right.
I like Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah.
is that
me
really
too.
your favorite Joker? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just like asking.
I don't know. That's he's my favorite live action portrayal. Obviously,
Mine
I'm
is
gonna like
Joaquin
the Mark
Phoenix.
Hamill.
Joaquin
I
Phoenix,
haven't
I did enjoy it.
seen. I haven't seen the Joker movie
That one was
It was-
good. I really like that. I really like the downfall of the Joker
because
and the
I'm
way that he played.
sick. I'm just kind of sick of DC making so many goddamn DC movies that aren't connected to the DCU.
Like,
I thought you were gonna just say that you were sick of DC movies. I was gonna say yeah, fair.
like,
Well, I mean,
because I know the Rob Pattinson movie, the Robert Pattinson's Batman, that's not connected to the universe, is it?
they've established this Earth 2 Batman.
Okay,
Mm.
that makes sense. But I don't know that trailer. I remember the Batman, that trailer that came out. Rob Pattinson, I kind of had confidence. I was like, all right, I'm kind of optimistic about him.
I don't know because there's one scene where he comes out looking like Peter Parker, Spider-Man 3 after he goes all emo. When he comes
Emo
out in the
Peter.
black suit doing like
I'm gonna cry.
doing the you gonna cry. He looks, he has his hair in front of his face like that, like that, like
Yeah,
That's still some people's favorite Spider-Man.
and
Not the
like, and, like,
movie.
Robert
I totally
Patterson
forgot
has Robert Patterson has that in one scene where his hair's just like that.
yeah, he did. There is a
Bruce
scene in
Wayne.
that.
Yeah.
But, but to be fair, it's probably like maybe it must have been like after he took off like the mask. It was like the Batman, so that's why he's all sweaty and shit. Maybe I don't know. But let's see. Favorite
I
Joker.
mean, does it matter? This isn't a beautician podcast. Like, we don't give a shit what his hair looks like.
Yeah, right? No, it's just like yeah. It's
How
just,
many bones did he break, bro? Like, did he get the voice down?
I don't want him coming
Like, is
out
he
there
still
looking
growling?
I don't want him coming out there looking like emo Peter Parker. If he's gonna come out there looking like emo Peter Parker, he better have Venom with him too.
You know what it would be like? Me and my partner were talking about this, but it'd be great if like they did this whole thing to cast like Robert Pattinson as the Batman, and then like everybody goes to the movie and they're like, oh yeah, I guess Robert Pattinson's gonna be all right, and then they get there and it's fucking like the dude who played Harry Potter instead.
oh, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Get the guy that played Ron.
you thought you were pissed before.
Wait till you get pissed now.
Look at the
Yeah,
guy
I
who
would-
was naked on a horse.
There are a lot of people that are bitching that a lot of the ginger characters are now being replaced. Like for
Why?
instance, remember we were supposed to get a Little Mermaid character, a Little Mermaid movie, and that just never
Yeah,
Live
that's,
action
came out.
that's still in production.
Yeah, that is still
Is
in
it?
production.
Yeah.
Weren't we supposed to get that years ago though?
No, I was supposed. We were supposed to get it like this year, but obviously the pandemic pretty much changed filming and all that stuff, so they moved it.
I thought it was supposed to be next year.
You know what? In
Yeah, I think
Disney's
it's next
defense,
year.
I wouldn't have released it this year anyway, because at this point nobody gives a shit about anything except Spider-Man.
I don't give a shit about anything that's like a live action portrayal of any fucking movie that was a Disney movie originally. Like, I can't possibly give a shit. There's not going to be any good singing. Beauty and the Beast proved that.
Oh no. I'm sorry, but Jungle Book is the best live action Disney movie.
Yeah,
I don't give a
did
shit
like-
about
Best
Jungle
modern
Book.
day.
Give a shit
Bitch!
about Jungle Book.
Fuck you. You haven't seen Jungle Book.
I don't give a shit about the worst version of Tarzan. Like, I don't give a shit.
the worst.
Sir,
of Tarzan.
Tarzan's a white man. What the fuck is Mowgli? He's like
Mowgli.
Indian. Mowgli's a person of color with a
not a person
fucking
of
bear that only eats honey like Winnie the Pooh.
I don't give a shit, bro. Like, I don't give a shit about any live action Disney movie. They're all garbage.
I mean, okay, so after Jungle Book, you could tell they tried really, really hard. But after that, they're like, fuck it. Money is money. I'm pretty sure the next live action is just going to be some puppets. Sock puppets.
At this
They're
point,
just
why
gonna get
not?
the fucking puppets from
Mona?
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
like
hey,
the
well,
last
actually,
one.
now that you bring that up, don't they actually? Doesn't Disney own the Muppets anyway?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they could just do
They're
that.
gonna get- Yeah, and then the last live action movie is going to be like a Snow White, but it's going to be like cutouts on sticks moving from this fucking screen. And they're still going to make $1 billion. because it's a fucking Disney movie. Money, 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 money.
I mean, might as well.
would you-
Right?
Hell yeah, money well earned.
I wish I had money.
I want some money.
I like money. I have to go to the hospital. Gotta remind everybody.
And sit in the fucking outside corridor. Not even
like a
in the
poor
hallway.
person. No, so you
Not
don't
even the hallway, just the outside corridor right outside of like the sliding doors to get in. So you're entirely too poor to be inside the hospital. Please step outside.
They didn't take real X-ray pictures of my hand. They downloaded an X-ray app on the phone and just kind of used that to take the picture.
Yeah, they probably did that.
And like they didn't even bandage my arm right. They threw the bandages through the window and told me to bandage it myself.
Dude, do you guys remember like we used to have apps on our cell phone, and like the only apps that used to be on your cell phone was like Flashlight Light, and it was spelled LITE.
Yeah. Do you remember they used to be I remember when YouTube was like part of your phone and then like you had to download it later on.
Yeah.
And, there was another one. It was like a calculator. You had to download a calculator app.
Oh yeah.
It didn't even come with
or if you wanted to use the internet in any way, shape, or form, you got your ass beat because immediately it cost you 60 cents just to open the fucking internet.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when it costs like $2 to download a ringtone, or instead of
I was talking about that the other day. I was like, damn, I miss iTunes, bro. I wish I could just download a ringtone from my phone.
Dude, there was an app actually a couple years ago. It was called Zelle or something like that, where like you just is it Zelle? I don't remember what it was called. Zelle ringtones. You actually downloaded ringtones, but it was like the way they did it, because normally you wouldn't supposed to do that, but like you get the app and you just download it and that's easy. And I was like, okay.
Man, remember chain text messages where like, hey, send this to 15 of your friends and get good luck, and it was always some stupid shit.
Chain text messages is the reason that I never do any of that chain email, chain Facebook posting, none of that shit. Because I learned a long time ago that this shit doesn't work.
Look, either it doesn't work or that's the reason why our lives are shit, because we didn't do it.
Yeah, we kind of underestimated that. It's like
the chain text messages we got back in 2004 playing the long game and just now fucking with our lives.
Yeah.
It's because they stacked up. All at once they stacked them crazy. Up. So we're I remember. Wait, okay. So you said there was a light, there was like a
flashlight app,
like a app. There was a flashlight app, but it was called Flashlight Light. So was there one that you paid for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because remember,
because that one had
light if it was free.
It made no difference. The only difference was that you didn't have ads. That was it.
Yeah.
Remember when phones didn't have apps?
Yeah. Remember the chocolate? Oh my god.
Dude, the very first cell phone around a fucking iPod.
Yes.
Yeah, remember the big. Yeah, hard to believe the iPod will be 20 years this year.
Dude, I remember the very first job that I got. I was waiting tables and bussing tables at like this family-owned restaurant or like a church-owned restaurant after school, and like I would just I saved up my tips, and the first thing I bought was an iPod.
I probably would have done that too, an iPod or like a PSP or a DS.
My parents would give me $20 for lunch every week, but instead of spending the money, I would be the "Can I borrow $1 guy?" Every day, I'd ask like 20 people for $1, and I would make enough to get like a sandwich or something. I would just spend that money, so I would make $5 to like $7 just by asking just a bunch of people every day. So I became the "Can I borrow $1 guy?" But I eventually saved up $100, and I bought an iPod Shuffle.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't even buy a good iPod. I could only hold 20 songs on my little iPod.
The iPod.
I had to keep changing them bitches out.
Remember, like, having to carry like when you had a CD player, you had to carry like a big old thing of CDs just to listen to okay, I want to listen to this one particular song. You gotta put the CD in and skip to the track.
We all had
a CD.
Remember the
Walkman? Had a homie that like carried around all of the CDs for all the other homies. We just give it to him, and then like we would meet him at like lunch or some shit, and he gave us a CD that we wanted to play. You have to listen to that exact same CD
Bro,
until you saw.
Did y'all ever trade?
What?
Did you ever trade CDs like they were trading cards? Like, oh, I'm done with this one.
Hell
Can I
yeah.
borrow yours? I'll let you borrow
Hell
mine.
yeah.
No, never did.
The
I don't
one
know.
CD
No?
that I like
That-
let a
Who
friend borrow
who
that I
the hell
hated.
wanted? Who wanted to trade? Who the hell wanted a album of Baha Men?
Me.
Oh, you did
Me.
really? I would have
I
traded
would
you.
have listened to that shit on repeat.
it got kind of weird because like for a while, everyone either had an Eminem CD, a Mike Jones CD, or a 50 Cent CD. It was the same like 3
That's
out
what I
of
was gonna
4
say. The
fucking.
one CD that like I let a friend borrow that I never got back, and it always like scarred me for life was the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah, that one was hardcore. That one was pretty hardcore.
I was so upset about that. I never got over
I
it.
got lucky. I was able to trade Marshall Mathers for a Tupac CD, and that's how I got introduced to Tupac.
I mean, that's a pretty fair trade.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I never heard who Mike Jones in the comment section.
Mike Jones.
That boy.
Have y'all seen that that Facebook post that's been circulating? And it's like some of you never knew who this number was, and it shows. It's Mike Jones.
I saw that. I saw Don post that.
Yeah.
And he can't get that shit past me because I grew up in the hood. I know who, Mike Jones. That shit got old real fast though. Shit got old. All right, so we are out of time. We went a little bit over because we started late, but thank you, TJ, for joining us. If you want to come back next week, man, talk about Venom 2 and talk about spoilers. We will have a spoiler discussion next week on Wednesday at 7.
Sure, I'm gonna go see it tomorrow.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll probably join you guys. Just remind me if I'm not asleep.
All right, yeah, that's fine. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We are the Geeks podcast. We are now on Wednesdays. I know a lot of people like have been busy, and like our Friday schedule has pretty much died. So I'll see everybody on Monday. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. It's a little difficult for me to move the fucking mouse around with this fucking hand. All right, guys, peace.
Bye.
Bye. 800.